Whoops. Hello and hello. Put this up. Oh, wow. Hello and hello. So I am here. Can I make that any better? I sit closer. So welcome to the Syrian Star Oracle, Age of Aquarius. This is Coyote or Ritza. Hello, hello. So I had, I didn't think I would do cards quite the same way tonight, just because it felt a little bit like I wanted to just share about my experience today and the energy. Feeling, even with my own stuff that comes up, it is super important to, if you're willing, visualize, feel what you want, acknowledge if you're afraid of something, do best to make that fear or that wall that seems to be in the way, make it your friend, because we are at this really wonderful, super energetic time. And I've been feeling this for a couple of days. When did I didn't do these cards yesterday, the day before. So today's Thursday and I read on Tuesday. Now, here's the impression I was getting. I don't know if I got it Tuesday or yesterday or this morning, but it came in really clear. So maybe I did feel it Tuesday, but however, we've been on this bridge, and most of us have been on the bridge. We're crossing over into like 5D, and 5D is okay. 5D is an experience we're changing, that's evolving. And a lot of us have been knowing things are going on and just really working through our own stuff, different feelings, or, sorry, excuse me, I can't have the cat jumping on me, sorry. Come on, come here. Come on. Gonna go. Come on. Out. Come on. Out. I'm not staying. Out. 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 So I have that cat, Ellen, and she has claws and she wants my attention. She it's a fight. She wants attention, but she's not going to get it right now because I'm talking to you. I'm doing this thing right now. So she has to be like a child. No, she can't go out, but it's her claws go like into my skin. So she's out. They're both out. They're not coming in. They're going to knock at the door. They're going to cause some noise. I'm just going to ignore it when they do that. They're going to be fine. They're not on fire. They're safe. It's safe. They've got food. They've got water. Blah, blah, blah. They're safe cats. So nothing to worry about. Anyway, so I've been having this image of we embarked on this walkway, and the walkway is so very similar, like this green quartz. It's even a little darker than this. It's a very solid walkway. It's a bridge from one evolution to another. It's our evolution. It's our individual evolution and collective evolution. And a lot of us know we've been on this walk, even if we disagree, even if we don't see eye to eye, blah, 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 blah. We all, on some level, have wanted this evolution. And prophecies have said this time is going to happen. This Age of Aquarius is happening. And the Age of Aquarius for us is, go look at the song, go look at the 70s, early 80s song, harmony and understanding, symphony of trust abiding, no more falsehoods or diverations, golden living dreams of visions, crystal mystic revelations, and the mind's true liberation, Aquarius. So we're walking on this bridge, and now, right now, the energy in the last 24 hours, 48 hours, especially the new type of portal, it's like we're at the archway. Think of like if you've seen the movie Stargate, but it's huge. It's huge like that, or it's huger, and it's solid, and it's this green quartz, like use, but like this, but green. It's almost like a light jade. It's huge, huge artwork. And we've embarked on there's like a little, like not a foyer, but area, like it's a step. What do you call that? The little step area. That and we're like on the first step down. So we're viewing, we're looking at our promised land in a sense, in this huge amphitheater, huge vista, vast, amazing land that's open with super big skies. And so we're at our promised land and we're about to descend, even though we're ascending, we're becoming 5D, but into like this beautiful, it's a symbolism for this beautiful new earth that we wish to be part of, create, solution oriented, harmonious oriented, powerful, mystic, clarity, assistance. So that's what I felt. And I wonder if it was from getting this crystal, because this is a green quartz and it is all about the opening up of heart, the empathy, compassion for others, really being solid in that humanitarian effort. And also I got it for me, on me, to keep my heart open and not as critical and or critical sounding, I suppose, or just really being super compassionate and open. I want to read again to you what this is, because it's really cool. And the symbolism and metaphysical properties of green quartz.
According to Fire Mountain Gems, green quartz is associated with the heart chakra and is thought to awaken love, empathy, compassion, and increase connections with others. This stone helps people look on the bright side of things, turning negative energy into positive energy.
And I wanted to have this for my readings as well as for myself in like a self-approaching healing love with all the things or triggers or anything that I'm willing to clear out, because as that happens for me, I rise to an elevated state to be the emissary that came here. It's not that I'm not going to be, it's not that I'm really even not, but I'm shedding my human barriers. I'm shedding and getting in touch with any other hidden fears or inadequacy or less than. Let's see. This will also have to do with, abundance and growth, the color of plants, the color of money, although money is a tool, and not to fall in love with the money, but fall deeper in love with yourself. Green crystals are often used for manifesting wealth, abundance, fortune, and to support your growth, whether it means growing spiritually or whatever business, whatever avenue of desire you want to bring in. So I want to talk about that because I asked the cards, and I didn't ask the oracle cards, I asked the tarot cards. I said, what will you remind us or tell us about this Age of Aquarius energy right now? And so I want to read the first card that I showed the picture of, which has happened a long time ago. I had gotten the King of Earth, but I got the King of Earth out of the Good Deck Tarot. And I want to read to you what it is, because it actually mirrors what this Age of Aquarius is, and us being at the portal about to walk into it, creating and accepting our promised land. So here's the King of Earth. Regal, knowing, seasoned. He's got, these majestic antlers, a crown. His beard is there, usually symboling, someone wise, been through all, been up the mountain and down, all through the battles. I'm trying to think what else he's got here. He has a pelt, maybe of the wolf, around his shoulders. He's also wearing a kind of a talisman, which is a little difficult to see. 1 second. I don't know if it looks leafy like the woods, which is really parts of his beard look leafy and plant-like. There's also relevance to a shield. It's very much the nature kingdom, the animal kingdom, but especially the plant kingdom, animal kingdom. Try to see if I see any stones. Plant animal kingdom especially. And there's little sort of, I want to call them almost like sacred geometry in this as well. So let's just see. I can get this up here to stay for you. That would be like super. I put this on, this is super heavy. That's probably a fall. Let's see if I can get this just a little higher, perhaps. Oh, not high enough. 1 second, guys. Wonder if I can get him to. Oh, still not high. Wow. Is there something? Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Still not high enough. Maybe I have something else I can use. 1 minute. Well, that would be kind of good if I could get him to stay. Maybe I could just get him to stay. That's one part. Ooh. It looks like it might stay okay for a little while. I'll breathe on it. All right. So when I asked to speak to us about the Age of Aquarius and this sort of stepping into, we're about to step completely into it. We're still going down a few steps, but because we're really here, it's a symbolic, it's like the symbology that we're here, and now we're on this bridge to fully embrace going into, to fully be matched into this promised land. Hey, yeah, I don't know if you heard the beginning, but so my question again was to the cards, which I did a little bit differently tonight, only because I felt like I didn't want to maybe go on and on, but that's just me for right now. I just wanted to try something different. And I won't do it all the time, but this is what was calling me tonight, just based on where my energy was, but my interest to actually give information. So again, right at this huge gateway, space gate, stargate, right? And so you'll hear Deborah talked about the green aventurine color. And we are on that sort of, I don't know what you want to call it. We're at the gateway where we've stepped actually through, we're in the portal where we've been over the bridge, we're on that landing, and we've put a footstep like down, and we sort of have that 1 foot on the landing and 1 foot like barely on that first step into the descent of the opening of this Age of Aquarius, which yes, it's here, and yes, we're in it. Now we have the symbology of our energy catching up, because we're leaving behind a lot of, not that we're not going to be without it, but we're not like doing all the research anymore. We're not like who did what and what did who, and there's still a little bit of that, but mostly we're wanting to be at, I'm free and clear. Those who have done what they've done will be answering us too. We've got to clear out our shadow and show up more and more and let it be fun, or cry and face and know that there is more for us. Matter is never destroyed. There is no death, only life after life, or one life after in millions and millions of millennium. So there isn't the same hang up. So we're really like now as we're fine-tuning on that first step, we are seeing, we are knowing, we are accepting of the age of Aquarius and wanting to leave behind disharmony, wanting to leave behind blame and pointing fingers and even ourselves. We want our equality, we want our magic, we want to have and live into our confident selves, and leaving, anything that's coming up now to fine tune is really, really good. I left on Facebook today, like I ran into someone. I had a feeling his wife died. They're like simpatico. They were very nice to me, but also kind of sometimes not really hearing me as part of their little group that would sit and have coffee. And to me, there was still them and others, even a little bit younger, were of a different mindset and generation, but just not that they were good people, but I did lose a little track of them. And so I knew that this man had lost his wife. And I think I was sensitive to speak to him and was running into him a little bit. But today was the first day I did stop. And he didn't really recognize me. He just said hi, because he was seen as welcoming toward him. Anyway, what I left him with was, she's your angel. You probably do speak to her and ask questions and hear the answers. And it's a little bit funky for him, that space, but I reminded him of the story she told me in the year or so that I knew them, show me the story 3 times. Her brother died. Her brother came to see them. It woke them both, she and this man, her husband, up out of her sleep, and heard her brother say, I feel so right. I feel so wonderful. Don't worry about me. Everything's really good. I'm really happy. Boop. He was like a light blipping around the room, and he left the room. That's an actual metaphysical thing that happened to them. Those very intelligent people, very kind people, but slow to embrace universal mind, God, is this other woo-woo stuff going on. And to find the magic of that, to live in it, even as they hold their other beliefs and make it part of a possibility. So anyway, my question, so I'm sharing that because my insecurity came up because he asked me really within 5 minutes, because he remembered about my finances. And I was a little bit like, and I kind of knew he would, like, well, when I work, I want to do this. And I went, I had some, I lost some money, whatever, but that was for me to grow, because I told him it's not about money itself. I will be provided for. And you were always so kind to me. But I didn't want to say too much about his wife, except she is your angel. Speak with her and hear the answers, ask her questions. And that was really enough, because obviously when someone who is your 2 peas in the pod, and they're like your girl, and that's that mindset, and you've lost your partner, that was your best friend, your lover, your everybody, your everything. And so he feels that loss, and he's a little weary of that. Not that he's going to croak anytime soon. I didn't feel that from him right now. It's just being an appreciation, I think. Maybe it's good I'll be around him. But there's also that fine line of don't say too much, because what do you say when someone dies? You say the most positive thing and let it go, and don't keep talking about it. So if I see him again, we'll chit-chat a little bit. And I'll be more real than real. Because this is about my growth when I meet people who might push my buttons. It's not about their growth, it's about me. So I rise and ascend to the place that I was destined to walk into and hold that title and assist humanity to their next steps. So let's just see what the card said about this symbol that came up for the Age of Aquarius. And I'm sure you'll be very happily surprised. King of Earth, about the Age of Aquarius. Enterprising, philanthropy, ability to attract abundant wealth, magnanimous, conscious manifesting, a reliable leader. This is you, if you want to be reliable. This is you, manifesting consciously. This is you, attracting abundant wealth. That is you. Your ability to claim that. Philanthropy, being good. Not because I'm practicing random acts of kindness. Bullshit. There's nothing random. There's nothing random about kindness. You either are or you aren't. So you're not picking, I'll be kind to that person, not so kind to that one, not so wealthy with that one. They have more. It's not a judgment thing. It's just an inspired action to share and give. Inspiration. Being kind, being spontaneous. There isn't like this formula that you follow and practice random acts of kindness. You just are it. You just are. Enterprising, philanthropy, you're enterprising, you're open. You like have an idea you want to run with. You feel in your heart's passion, whatever that is. So, what was written about the card? I have trust and faith in the invisible and know it will manifest in the realm of form the way I need it to. I have faith, I have trust and faith in the invisible and know it will manifest in the realm of form. This new earth we're experiencing this new time. In the realm of form, the way I need it to. Opportunity can be found anywhere and everywhere because I am competent and committed. I am ready for abundance to manifest now in the world of conditions in a form that is aligned with my highest good. I manifest all that I desire, consciously aware of the need to stay focused and grounded in the everyday work required. So, if the everyday work is thinking good thoughts about what you want to build, practice that. Not so much as to knock yourself and feel wobbly, but just enough to say, better is better. Got this vision, that feels good. Run with it as much as you can, but if you start to get near the wall of doubt, stop and say, don't have to solve it today, but I've gotten this far and that feels good to own that because that helps manifestation, bringing it in. And let the invisible helpers also help from there, navigate from their ways to bring it to you, right? You don't have to know every single thing. You just have to know you desire it, it feels good, you're uplifted, you're open, you surrender, it feels great. You can taste it, touch it, feel it, you wear it, you're there. It feels wonderful opening the door to your house, your new house, or your new car, or you could see yourself driving it, or you're allowing it to come closer and closer. So that was really good. And it was all kind of inspired, I think, too, the visualization of it by finding this particular green quartz. It was just kind of calling me. It was with a few others. It wasn't I don't think the most high priced one. I don't know, maybe I paid 15 or 18, I think, for this. It could have been 22. I don't think it was. I believe it was 15 or 18. It just felt right for me when I picked it up. I couldn't put it down. And that's how I usually, as I start to look at crystals or rocks, I can't put it down. Oh, and another thing that happened today, very interesting that I had this, right? Today, a rider got out of my vehicle, the lift, as lift, and she gave me something she found on the ground and passed it to me. 1 second. So can you tell the shape of this? Let's see if we can. Does this look like a heart-shaped rock to you? So I am loving it. Maybe here's its side. That's the flatter side, and that's the rounder side. But I'm thinking, I don't think I have my real true glues and stuff. I thought I might put glitter on it. But anyway, yes, it's a heart. That's what she gave this to me. So I'm going to get in touch with her. She was reading tarot for herself, but she had to step back. And I think she's actually, when I think of it, she's the second person in this 2 days, yesterday and today. People have stepped back from reading tarot just because they felt they were going to the cards too much. And I'm going to actually show you the other two cards that were near the king. But I think there was one more, and I don't know. Oh my gosh. They're mostly water. They have one fire sign. But there were these cards. These two cards for sure were near the king of earth. So I think I want to read their message just because they were either behind and or flanking. So I picked, I think, the king, and then there was this one, and then the what was behind the king. I think that's what I have here. So I want to read what those have to say just to see how it gels out, just to see that if it supports these times. And if not, we'll just take it how we need to take it or let it go. But what was I going to say? So this brings me to the point I was making yesterday. I think it was yesterday about it's really good if you feel called to have an oracle reading or a card reading of any kind. Great. Also recognize that you are the key and you're helping to activate the power within. Now, you may change or decide to change that from which you've asked the question or where your life's path or trajectory is. You may just say, okay, I do love acting. I was in that trajectory. It didn't happen. I let go. And there's a part of me that wants to return to doing theater, at least wherever I move next. I want to have that fun. I want to have that live interaction. And I wasn't going to be going out for auditioning for anything with masks and backs and papers and shit. That's not who I am, and I'm not going to support that socialistic. So that wasn't me, and I would not participate. I would look for another tribe who didn't eat all that crap. So anyway, I'm just saying that I'm not trying to shoot myself in the foot. Absolutely, I want to read cards and help people. Absolutely, I want to do energy work and help people. And I don't think it's leaving the planet anytime soon. But I do have to say that since you are allowed to change and grow and more, and since you are the captain of your ship, and since you have more power than you might realize, going to see someone for cards is a mirror, and it may very, very, very well mirror exactly what's going on in your deepest hurt or growth or what's exactly up. And it's just a mirror springboard for your prosperity, for your attunements, for your change of growth as you wish, as you're ready. Some people get afraid when they have their cards read and they don't want to go back to it because it told them exactly where they were and where their possibilities to go forward. That's too bad, but that's also them, I believe, being in contradiction with some of their belief about don't get your cards read because it's evil and it's predictive. Well, it can be predictive if you want it to work it that way, or it can just be a partnering to help you springboard to a direction, your direction, or shift direction. It's not meant to hold you in place, cause you angst. It's meant to partner with you. And the way that I read cards, it's meant to partner with you spiritually so that you're empowered by whatever questions you've asked, that's empowering you to see, to delve in deeper, to embrace or let go, and to give you help and support momentum for whatever your aim is next, rather than sackingly and dysfunctionally creating by default and feeling non-support. Big words for saying, I'm here for you. Okay, so just for the heck of it, I'm going to read the message of water. I love this because I myself still need to drink more water. I probably had half a glass or a glass of water. I had some, but I've been having kombucha mostly. So that's my thing. If I can have one more glass of water before I go to bed, because at some point, this body, this face, this mouth is going to be drinking her at least 6 glasses of water, because that would be so amazing. I would love to report that. So intuitive person, I need to step up. Yes. I think that would be so amazing for, my neck, my face, everything would be like, my cells would be going, yes, we know you drink good things, but now drink more water. Oh, I know what it is. I've been saying I've got to get the water to add to my, it's like a 2-gallon glass jug to put my Shanghai in it, which is right over here. Okay, so let's just see what this messenger of water is. Hang on. I think this will still be complementary to the Age of Aquarius. Remember the song? harmony and understanding, mutual trust abiding, no more falsehoods or diverations, golden, vivid dreams for living crystal mystic revelations, and your mind's true liberation, Aquarius. Okay. So, this messenger of water. Romantic attraction, chivalry, admiration, seeing the best in others, heightened emotional awareness, a call to fall in love with yourself, right? Doing that shadow work, loving your cuteness, loving your beauty, loving you, because you are an aspect of prime creator, of all that is, of the oneness of God, quote unquote. You are from that infinite power. And if you are here and you're a part of that power, then there's nothing wrong with how you look. There's nothing wrong about your age. There's nothing wrong about your intelligence. You're a piece of that puzzle of infinite goodness and power. So it says, I need to look for the best in others and honor it even when it comes as a challenge to do so. My attractions stem from self-love and a knowledge that I am part of all love, which takes many forms, each exquisite in its own way. Do I make this stuff up? Oh my God. Do you see like how this is all connected? I can have what I desire. There's no need for jealousy, anger, resentment, or fear. When I am love and love flows into me powerfully. Oh my gosh. Even if I'm like, again, right? So I strongly recommend finding or getting a piece of green quartz. Getting a piece of green quartz. And if you didn't hear me, Deb, sorry, earlier I read what it was about in a couple of ways. So yeah, this, hang on to it. Have it be near you. So did I just talk about whatever I talked about and then I looked here like whatever and it mirrored, right? It's like so amazing. These cards are so alive and speak to our growth, our support, our fun, our majesty. This is so cool. Okay, so here's the other card. I wish I had a way of like, how can I hold this up? I need a tree. I need like a tree with little paper like clips on it or something like that. Okay, so I'll hold it up after. So 4 of water. Let's see what this is about. 4 of water. 4 is usually about the leap of faith. You know, that's all I can think of right now when I think of my number 4. The leap of faith being, okay, 4. Dreaming and introspection, contemplation, trusting in the abundance of opportunities, the Age of Aquarius. Harmony and understanding, mutual trust abiding. A lull in the action offers a chance for me to dream even bigger than before. Whenever plans turn out not to have come to fruition as expected, I feel secure knowing that even greater things may await me. The universe conspires on my behalf, and disappointment and sadness will wash through me if I simply let them flow. I trust that Spirit has many ways of responding to my desires, and what I seek can take a variety of form. I have faith in perfect timing and divine order. So like I was explaining, and I don't know why, but I see us that we've been walking over the bridge of this green quartz, and it looks to me a little bit like a light, like a jade, but it looks, it's green, like that's color, but a little bit more solid. We're stepping in the portal archway of the Stargate. We're on the landing, and I felt like we're a foot on the landing, and we're just about on that first step to embrace our promised land, the Age of Aquarius. So if there's any hesitancy, we are still going within, we're clearing, we're taking a look, we're diving in, we're trying to have humor, we're mad, we're not mad. We find ourselves saying some stuff we catch ourselves saying so that we know our words are our wand, so we can catch ourselves not spitting all over everyone. And I highly recommend this green quartz because I felt like today I was holding it a lot and it was helping me so much not like feel like, I can't even almost say it because I don't feel like swearing. I don't feel like swearing. I don't feel like saying this stuff. I just feel like smiling and having the love and, being joyful. So I really think this green quartz has something to it, or wearing it, or having it on you, holding it, going to bed with it. Yeah. Which card do you love? Do you love the four, or the messenger of water, or the king? Yeah. Yeah. It's been good. It's been speaking. And then behind those cards was fire and water, but I'm gonna let it go. I just want to read the four again to complement. Okay. Four is about our beingness, the leap of faith, to honor your foundation, your temple, your strength of being, mind, body, spirit, honoring yourself, being in you, the number of order and stability. You're like you're kind of routing yourself, right? And so the number four here, a lull in action offers a chance for me to dream and even bigger than before. Whenever plans turn out not to have come to fruition as expected, I feel secure knowing that even greater things may await me. The universe conspires on my behalf, which it is, and disappointment and sadness will wash through me if I simply let them flow. I trust that Spirit has many ways of responding to my desires, and what I see can take a variety of form. I have faith in perfect timing and divine order. So we're on that first rung, which is very, I just feel like this green quartz, this, it, it looks like light jade. It looks like this. I haven't felt it be super transparent, but it feels like the green quartz to me. Again, it could be jade, which actually, I'll look up jade, but I think that's more, prosperity as well. But this really heart color, and we're just about, because I feel like so many truthers do not always bring up this is the age of Aquarius. Regardless of it, this is the age of Aquarius. We have been in the water card. So they're both messages. The water cards, they're the four of water and messenger of water. So I don't know which water, but both cards. I don't know what you mean, but you can tell me. Um, so we are like we're leaving behind lots more judgment. We're really coming to handle that. It could slip in a little, but we're really coming to handle judgment and finger finding. We know about Satanists. We know about the shows. We know it's still some here. We know some. Oh, number four. Thank you. We know. We know that it's a mirror to our expansion. We know that souls have showed up to help our soul in more truth and expansion, joy, embracing the age of Aquarius, embracing our powers, and that no matter is as within, so without, as above, so below. And then there's another part to that as well that I'm going to figure out and report back. Because Luna Alchemy talks about that a lot. And we just know a bunch of stuff has gone on. And so, yeah, number 17, people are alive that seem to die. And there are those that are transmuted because they've been very, very, very bad. There's just show upon show because you have to wake up the sleepy because you can't hit them all at once, even though a gazillion million of us want to say, yeah, I get slapped. No, it has to go a certain way so that in time, all books will point to we had to wake you up slow, those that were slow. Because those of us who were fast and so wanting the more and the newness, not even us were completely ready because you still had your shadow. Even so, the truthers that are still pointing out who's bad and forgetting to partner that with, did you go in and check your shadow today? You know, there's a little bit that's missing. So until we can be fault finding less, until as we speak this absolute love and compassion, embracement. And until we actually could see that Dorian Gray portrait and not be afraid. So we're just about seeing the promised land. Our toesies are on that first step. We've got a foot on the landing. We're smiling, we're happy, and now we're working through stuff to descend those stairs into our promised Age of Aquarius. It's here waiting for us. Can't come too soon. Can't go to the airport soon enough and show your ticket when the plane ain't fucking ready. Oh, I did swear. Yeah, but it feels happy. You can't get on your plane if it didn't show up yet. The airport's there. They're getting the landing ready. The crew's showing up. But if it's not clean yet, you can't get on the plane. So our insides have to really match our desire for our manifestation, for our kindness, for the truth bearing, and radiate. It'll be so much fun. It'll feel so good. It'll just be so good. So it is so good. So like just be good. Like, yeah. I think my hair kind of matches the cards in places. Yeah. Maybe I just need to have fins now. Anyway, so that's all I really wanted to bring up. It's a short one. It's we're in the 45 minutes, so I just want to talk a little bit about this feeling I had about the portal and gateway, Stargate, and yeah. And if you do happen to turn on the TV, though I don't really encourage it, just know that good guys are more in charge, even though I don't feel it's like 50% even good yet. It's not even to me 75% even good. It's a little bit of hint still, but I think to take a look at, I don't watch him all the time. Jesse Waters, Janine did a little bit of critique on him. But I didn't feel he was wearing a mask or anything like that. I felt it was him. I didn't feel that he was, and she says, I don't think he's with like the white hats in terms of he's paid by white hats. I think he's an honest guy and he's saying how it is. I think it's a little bit like, I don't even think that Dan Bongino, I think he kind of knows he was ex-CIA, but he really also just talks politics. He doesn't, I haven't listened to him in a long time, but he really wasn't bringing in, galactic stuff and woo-woo stuff. It was really about the facts here, guys. So there are some really good people. It's going to be a lot more, and somehow it's just going to, somehow the mainstream media, old raggy people are going to just die off, step back, and it will continue. And it may even be like, wow, we have breaking news, and we can't believe that all of this. Wow, it's really interesting how, wow, we were given, like they'll say, we were given this, but wow, yeah, this makes so much more sense. However, it's going to come, because there are people that just don't know. There are people who, like my father watches the TV all the time and hangs on every single word of that as truth. So it has to wake them up so it doesn't hurt them as much. Yeah, I think Jesse Waters is a good guy and has been. And I don't think he was a plant. I think he sincerely showed up at this time that he's a soul. Like, I think from my perspective, I'm just thinking about this now, that this was his time to be here at this time on the planet and be that new, like really new wave of reporters, like that new wave that reports soulfulness, truth, and as it is, and is the margin that we measure ourselves. Like the guy that's got failed, he cracks a lot of jokes and he's very, what do you call it? Not ironic, satirical, but kind of jabs at people. And he's, close, but Jesse Waters doesn't mince words, and yet he's not truly that, like, as mean or whatever. He's really has a great expose. He really has a great way of delivering everything, and you could listen to him all day. It's like really cool. And he was one of the people on the 5 that always was for championing the truth. So yeah, I think it's really good. I don't really have too much more to say except that I was really glad to connect with you and reach out to me if you have any questions or you want me to look at cards a certain way to cover a question. Just personal message, reach to Elizabeth, or get it over to one of my Facebook pages or Instagram. However you can find me, just let me know through email, and I'll do my best to turn the cards and see what they have to say about something you have to ask as well. So yeah, if you find any value, please share me with everyone, and I appreciate you because it's fun for me to do this, and it feels part of my calling to do so. I certainly do want to start to sell crystals either online and or brick and mortar, and yeah, thank you, love to you too. And I kind of feel like I went to one place where they had branches on the ceilings and fairy lights, and I would have like, the fairy kind of room, the witchy kind of room, but not in a scary way. A prayerful kind of area or mantra area, and it would all kind of symbiotically balance each other, and maybe even just set aside for a little meditation room or something. Not a big one, but someone that could go in and just, I don't know how I'm going to work that out yet, but they could sit and reflect. And they could, stay for 15 minutes to 40 minutes and write their name down that they were in, just like a little, sort of like when people used to go into a chapel sometimes in places that you would visit and you write like your name down and your request for people to pray on. And I remember stopping at this stop. I forget where it was. It could have been in Texas or part of New Mexico. It was just somewhere on the road between coming back to Massachusetts. And it was part of like this huge roadway stop where they had like a diner, they had a gift shop, and then they had like a room where they had like something prayerful and you sat, but then you could go into like another private room and you could actually like just think on whatever your question was, and you could actually submit a request of having your issue blessed or prayed over or brought into fruition by prayerful people after. So I thought that was a really cool idea. And then of course I just like to have spiritual cinema and open for dialogue and people bringing their information and their hearts open, and discussion and potlucks and stuff. So, and my art, I think my hair is like this because I missed doing my coyote heart and my oil pastels. So I had to show up and do some color some way. Yeah. And I'm going to actually at some point pretty soon get like a violet or some kind of violet-ish lipstick and really some other pink. Well, we're about 48, so we're going to be 50 minutes. I'm going to let you go. My little coyote heart loves you. Remember, you are powered by the stars. You are the key. Let us activate the powers within. Thank you for you.